Hey guys, Mr. Turbo 458. So I've been working on a couple different things, one of which you can see my Volkswagen Beetle is gone. The other thing is I shoot pre-charged pneumatic air guns quite a bit, so I've been using a hand pump, which I don't like doing. It's actually very time consuming, and it sucks because especially for the guns I have, they eat a lot of air quickly. So I did some researching online, found this guy. It's a Chinese made Yong Heng air pump, and this is a 4500 psi compressor. Now I've taken my Marauder and filled it up multiple times to 3000. The other thing you'll see here, this is a Ninja 90 cubic inch 4500 psi tank, and it's got a regulator for a 3200 psi output. Now when I ordered this, I ordered it through Talon Tunes. They were pretty helpful. This was on back order, and they say that it has a 2900 psi output on their website. This regulator says 3200 on it quite clearly, but it was back ordered, so I think they pulled some strings and got it to me anyway. Thank you for doing that. Talon Tunes is an excellent place to work with. I don't have a Talon or an Air Force air gun yet, but if I did, I would definitely check them out for parts. Really good guys. Tony there is really helpful too. So we're going to be pumping this up today. This has sort of a, it's got a filter here, and I replaced the Foster fitting to, I think this is a steel fitting. Reason being is the Foster fitting it came with wasn't very, it just wasn't the right size for a lot of my Foster guns. So hopefully this hooks up to that fine though, which it should. In here there's like a, kind of like a cigarette filter type thing in there that's supposed to help filter the air out. One thing I don't like about this compressor, see if I not drop my brand new tank. One thing I don't like about this is there's no like moisture control. So I think this is your intake filter, and it's just like a, I think it's just foam or something. And I would prefer if there was like a desiccant system on here, which you could probably add quite easily to it. Just have an extension come out and then get a high pressure rated. Well, actually you probably don't have to worry about if it's an intake, but anyway, so that's something I might be doing in the future, or just put like an inline dryer on the high pressure side. So what we're going to do is we're going to pump this up to 4500 psi. This actually has a gauge on it. Right now it's empty. That's 0. Let's see if I can zoom in here. Focus. So it shows it's empty there. So what I'm going to do is get this hooked up, and then we'll show you how it works. And I've got another video of like a review on this and what it came with and everything, so I'll be doing that. But we're going to time this and see how long it takes to fill this from 0. I will turn it on for you here, and then we'll see how loud it is. Kind of, I'm sure the camera probably will stifle the noise some, but it's really not that loud. It's quieter than my Craftsman compressor I've got here. So we're going to turn it on. We do have water circulating. You have to make sure that you've got water circulating through this pump, and then we'll see how it does, and I will definitely time it and see how long this takes. So here's what it sounds like. It's not too loud. Sure, our bleeds are shut. Start the clock. Alright, so we're about 2 minutes into it. So we're just under 1000 psi. This gauge is just the same. Our temperature is at 36.4 Celsius. We're still under around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, I think. Don't quote me on that. About 10 minutes in, sitting at about 2600 psi. warm, it's not hot. Like I can keep my hand on it. The temperature's up to 41 Celsius. Still have water flowing. Water's a little warm, but it's still pretty cool. They say at 30 minutes you're supposed to change it out, but I don't think it'll take 30 minutes to fill this bottle, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, so we're about 12 minutes in. I went ahead and bled the pressure off and then opened both bleeds and then shut it down. I was getting up to 41 C on the temperature gauge, so I figured I would just let everything cool down for a couple minutes. Alright guys, so we're about 18 minutes in. Pressure's at about 4,000. Temperature's at about 44.6. I haven't taken this to 4,500 yet, so I'm a little leery. Got safety glasses on and I'm kind of keeping my distance, so we'll see what it does here. Alright, we just hit 4,500 on this gauge. We'll let it sit there for a second. We're at 45.3 on that. Alright, so we're going to open this bleeder. And I cracked this one. And we're going to shut it off. And I think we're just under 20 minutes or so. And this gauge shows about just under 4,500. This gauge was reading 4,500, maybe a little over. So, and our temperature was up to 44. C is at 42.3 now. I can still touch this. Obviously the lines are going to be really hot, but I can still touch this piston head here and it's okay. The bottom one's probably really hot because it's air cooled, which it does have a fan on the back side here to blow air through. And already we're down to 36, so you can see the effectiveness of the water cooled setup. And our oil is getting a little gray. It's kind of to be expected. You want to change that when it's gray. So, but like I said, this is kind of unconventional to have a tank like this from empty to fill it to 4,500 psi. Tank's pretty warm, so I would guess when this cools down to ambient temp or room temperature, that gauge is probably going to read a little lower because there's so much heat in this right now. But so we'll kind of have to see what we're going to do on that, but not bad for under 20 minutes for a $380 shipped compressor. I'm pretty happy with it so far. Looks like I'm going to be changing the oil quite a bit, but that's okay. But hopefully this video helps you if you're into pre-charged pneumatic air guns and that type of thing. One thing I noticed here is right in here, I don't know if this was in the bleeder or what that is, but I think that came out of it. But that smells like oil to me, so hopefully my tank doesn't have a bunch of oil in it. I guess we'll find out. This bleeder, nothing's coming out of that, so that's not a very good thing if that's oil getting into your system here. So we can also pull the filter apart here and see if it's filled with oil too. That could be a potential issue. So I just noticed that now. Okay, so I dug into why there's oil all over this. Haven't really found a cause yet, but I did pull this cigarette looking filter out of the fill whip. It does look like oil is getting into the high pressure side, but it's not getting all the way through this filter. If any of you have this pump and you're having that issue, let me know. That's kind of strange. I don't know if I'm getting blow by from this stage 1 piston or if it's leaking out of the case, maybe. It looks like it's coming out of this bleeder here. It's kind of what you get when you order direct from China, stuff like this. So, there you have it. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps you.